guys doing? It's Brother D of the Hip Hop Humanitarians bringing you another exclusive. Sources say that there's a star witness for the government. He has been found slain. Sources saying they're being very tight-lipped about the information. They're also saying that this particular information, it hasn't hit the mainstream media. For some reason, it's being swept under the rug. Now you have to ask yourself, why would something as important as this, a star witness, keep in mind people, this is a star witness for the government that was found murdered. But yet there hasn't been any news coverage. There hasn't been any, public recognition. Now, ask yourself, what would be the reason that they wouldn't want to put a star witness for the government out there? Clearly, that tells me that this star witness has provided them with enough information that they feel comfortable enough to sit back and not expose who the star witness is, for the simple fact of if they disclose who the witness is, then that will clearly alert the parties that are involved to the amount of information that they may or may not have, allegedly. So, keep that in mind. There's also been reports from sources saying that there's been numerous tips that have been coming in. And for some reason, these tips have been just being swept under the rug, not being attended to. Now you have to ask yourself, who has the power to murder, get away with it, and not have, any particular backlash, any particular investigations? I mean, it just kind of makes you wonder. Keep in mind, the source that provided me this information did not want to go live. I asked her, did she want to go live? Would she be willing to, tell her side of the story? She did not want to do it. She said that she would only report it through me, and I could report it, how I seen fit. I said, okay, fine. I wanted to give you guys this information because I thought it was very vital how there's so many people throughout this case, who are finding themselves, murdered, and there's no mention of it. Why is that? Is it simply because a lot of the dots, a lot of the links are being laid, and now people are, afraid, they're running scared, and this is the reason that they're, cleaning up their dirty work, any loose links? So, I mean, that's just one idea. That's just one scenario. I mean, I don't know. I'm just bringing it to you. Like I said, they're being very tight-lipped. The information, is not being provided out there. So that clearly tells me that there's some reason, there's something with the investigation that they're protecting as to why they're not letting this particular witness be known. I'm sure once they're done with their investigation, as they continue to pick up people, and people continuously provide them with information, all the information that they have is going to come full surface, and they're just sitting back corroborating, listening to what this person has to say, listening to what this person has to say, and seeing how it lines up and how it match up. I mean, keep in mind, this is the federal government, so these people aren't stupid. When you got average people that's going in there, making these lies, I mean, clearly you got people that can't keep their lies straight. They're going to pick these people apart in 5 minutes. They're going to be able to see through this like cheap tint. So keep in mind that there's a lot of more people, that are involved, that names aren't even coming to surface. That's because, like I said, they're sitting back, they're being diligent, they're doing their work, and they're keeping, their ear to the streets. Now, they're also saying that they have launched a mass investigation, since the star witness has, come up murdered. So they're turning up the heat, meaning that they're going to be out on the streets picking up more people, picking up anybody that they can get any type of information from to corroborate their story and build a solid case. You know, I'd hate to be in that situation. You know, I hate to see, you know, how this is going to come out, because as you can see, there's been, you know, people implicated, you know, baby mama, you know, supposedly, you know, friends of them at the cookie shop. I mean, so is there, there's no end to how far people will go when there's greed, when there's envy, when there's hate involved. I mean, just look at this. This is someone that they called a friend. This is someone that they said they was like family. If this was someone that you deemed like family, but you would sell him out for $1, your own personal gain, I can clearly say that you're no family that I would want to have. You're no type of friend that I would want to have in my life. If I have to worry about, you know, me succeeding in life and me elevating, and the very people that I'm turning around helping are the same people that are plotting my demise, no thank you. No thank you. But this is a lesson. This is a lesson to all you people out there that let people get close to you and you know that these people are not right. There's something inside of you that lets you know when these people come around that they're not particularly on the right level, but you overlook it every day. How many times you think Dolph overlooked a lot of the little warning signs that were right there, blatantly in his face? People that were blatantly hating, people that, you know, had all that particular jealousy, all that particular hate, that he could see it in their eyes, but for some reason he overlooked it. But if you go back and you listen to some of his music, he talk about in there the same person that you break your neck for will be the same person that cross you out and wet you up. Now, if those particular lyrics are not some of the truest things that this man has said, then tell me what it is. Did he know? Did he have some type of inkling? Did he have a feeling that something wasn't right? Did he have a feeling that, did he know that people were after him? Did he have some type of premonition? I mean, let's take it back to the Rip Me Open bag. People were saying at that moment that they felt like he was predicting his death. But nonetheless, everything that he spoke in his lyrics were all part of his demise. Could he clearly see this particular jealousy in the people that was around him? Could he feel this level of hate to the point that these people would, you know, be willing to take his life out for monetary gain? I mean, clearly, let's talk about Raven for just a second. I mean, clearly, she's willing to sell herself. Okay, she sells her body on Backpage. So if she's willing to sell herself, why wouldn't she be willing to sell out Dolph? I mean, that's a no-brainer, people. I mean, come on now. I mean, that clearly shows you that she has no type of morals about herself, as well as hosting private parties for gentlemen that had deep pockets. I mean, you clearly see what her motivation to this whole grand scheme of thing was. It was just simply for her own greed, and it's her own greed that's going to lead her to her demise. Because keep in mind, the only place that she's going to be selling cookies from now on is going to be on a prison commissary. Okay? The prison commissary, because their days of making cookies is over. And then you got, let's talk about Maurice. You got Maurice moving the body, taking the jewelry off of Dolph. Okay, what is all this? I mean, this is ridiculous. These are people that you consider a friend. This is family. This is someone that you love. Imagine that. Brother D, Hip Hop Humanitarians. Like, share, and subscribe. Show me love. I'm here for y'all, for the streets.